What I have here is a 7008. It also comes in a 7016 and a 7024, which we have right here. 7016 is not being shown in this example. 7008, most of them, they're all going to have microplex. See the way it connects in. Some lights are going to turn on here for a second, maybe.
The microplex is an NSI MC7000 proprietary protocol.
That's right. There's no DMX installed in the back of this unit here. And we also won't need the AC wall adapter, the power supply, because microplex has 15 volts DC on its proprietary protocol. You can see here as I raise fader 1, light 1, fader 2. This is our goal, and we'll be showing you how to get there. Over on the right hand side, it's going to power up in the very top mode, 2x8. That means that you have 2 rows of 8 lights, 8 individual controls of channel, and the same 8 are on the bottom row. As you would use your top row, that is your X, you can bring your X up and down. And as you would use your bottom row, you could use your Y, which is opposite, down and up, as you would go up and down. The reason that these are upside down is if we bring up channel 1 on the top and channel 2 on the bottom, and we bring our Y up to 0, then with one hand we can conveniently bring one scene from the top down to the bottom with one hand without trying to do them equally. You can then set up the next scene that you want to show. No one can see what's on the agenda. And as you slowly bring out one scene, you bring in another scene. That's simple. There's going to be 3 modes. The next mode, if you hit the lower white button, will bring you down to the presets or recordable scenes in the bottom row. You'll still have individual control of 1 through 8 on the top row, but you'll be able to record scenes to the bottom row. Now notice, if I bring up the bottom row right now, there's nothing there. Even if something was recorded there, we could easily re-record over it. So what we'll do is we'll bring up channel 2. Channel 2. We'll hit program, then we'll hit the bump button under 1, and then hit blackout. You can bring down channel 2 and hit blackout again. Make sure that the red LED is turned off. Now, as we bring up fader 1 on the bottom row, notice it's bringing up channel 2. Here's our channel 1, here's our channel 2. We just recorded channel 2 to the bottom row of faders. So now, as another example, we're going to hit record, or hit program, bring up 1 and 3, and we're going to tap bump button number 2. So we can hit blackout, bring our faders down, hit blackout again, turn off the red LED. Now we'll bring up fader 2 on the bottom row, and notice it brings up channels 1 and 3. We just recorded it there. There's still nothing recorded on 3 yet, or 4. No big deal. There's a third mode. Third mode, if we hit mode, we go down and illuminate the third green LED down, will bring us to 1x16 mode. Now we have control over 1 through 8 on the top row still, but now 9 through 16. If you would have 4 channel dimmer packs, you'd have 16 channels of control, and this way you could control each individually, bring up number 12, number 15, whatever you wanted. But you'd have to make sure you're down in the bottom row. Of course, when you're in the 1x16 mode, you lose your programmed 8 channels. You lose the ability to use them, but you have not lost them in memory. The only way to default or clear anything here is to start reprogramming over what you already had. There is no hard clear, no factory default, no reset. Alright, now the bump buttons, normally, let's go back up to the normal mode. We're in the top mode 2x8. If I hit bump button number 1, channel number 1 comes on. That's pretty much hard-coded. If we go down to the next scene, 8x8, it's the same. You hit the bump button, channel 1 comes on. But if we go down to the bottom mode, 1x16, you notice that nothing's there. Even if there was something there, we could easily program it by going with, let's just say, channel 3 this time. So we'll program, raise 3, hit bump button number 1 on the bottom row, blackout, lower fader number 3, make sure your blackout LED is turned off. Now, while we're down in the bottom mode only, when we hit the bump button, it brings on channel 3. If we change mode back to 2x8 at the top, it's still hard-coded as 1, middle mode hard-coded as 1, but if we come back to this mode, boom, it's recorded as 3. Now let's kill power to the unit and reconnect it. And we'll see that if we go down to the second mode, 1x16, and hit bump button number 1, it's bringing up channel number 3. And the original hard-coded is back to the way it was. So that's pretty much a quick overview on the 3 modes. Now let's go over the chase scene. The chase scene presently, well, this one has nothing in it. Chase scene again, it turns out. But to easily record a chase scene, have it in the top mode, 2x8. This example here, I'm going to make it real quick and easy. We're going to hit program and then scene 1. We'll raise up 1 and we'll hit program. We'll lower 1, we'll hit 2, we'll hit program. Lower 2, raise 3, program, lower 3, raise 4. Oh, I didn't have a light plugged in for 4. Well, for this example, I only had 3 theatrical fixtures to use, so we'll use some Christmas lights. Now I got done with that, the program light's still lit, I'll hit blackout. Now, we'll go to chase number 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go. Now the tap sync, you'll notice it's been blinking the entire time. Maybe not from this angle. But if we speed up the tap sync, we can do the tap sync speed by hitting it 2 times real quick, and look what happens to the lights. We can hit the tap sync slower. So, as the beat of the next song comes along, and you have to change the beat of the music that you have set up to your chase scene, it'll be up to you to tap the tap sync twice. And only twice. We slow it down. So that's chase scene number 1. You can have 2 chase scenes. Notice chase scene number 2 is not set up here. I believe it'll go on to 36 or 40 different chases in a row. So if you've got all 16 set up, it's really neat. Make them all light up going one way, and then once you get it full, have them go back the other way and chase around. Do whatever you want. Or usually every 4th light. So you got a bunch of reds, greens, blues, and yellows. You're going to do 1, 5, 9, 13. That'll be your first, you'll hit program. You bring them all down, you'll do 2, 6, 10, 14. Same thing. That way all your reds go, then all your yellows go, and all your blues go. Real quick, real easy. You want to get rid of a chase scene, just start re-recording another one. Or hit program, hit the chase scene. Don't hit anything else. I think you hit the program again, and you hit blackout. We go back to chase number 1, and sure enough, the lights aren't turning on. So, we just got rid of the chase scene that quick. Now we're going to go over whether or not you have DMX. Like I was saying before, you don't need the power adapter if you're using the proprietary Microplex 3-pin. You'll notice it's 3-pin male, female, no problem. We do have a unit here that we're going to show as an example. Now the 7024. You'll notice on the back of this here, it does have DMX out. The screws that were originally in the 7008 that are holding that little plate in place, you'll reuse those 2 screws. Insert what looks like this 5-pin female with the DMX wire prep. It's positioned on the board right inside that it will connect, and then your unit will be updated to allow DMX. Now if that is the case, you will have to use the power adapter. It will look something like this. I do know that 12 to 15 volts DC, 800 milliamps or better. I know they've got 1,000, and I've actually seen them work with 700 milliamps. That's fine. But I think that those guys are supposed to say it's 800 milliamps or higher. All right. Also, depending on the cords you have laying around, you may need, some people call these converters, banana connectors, banana clips. You'll notice that some are 3-pin male to 5-pin female. Others are 3-pin female to 5-pin male. So know what you're ordering when you're getting it. You can even find oddball stuff like 5-pin male to, I don't know why they didn't make that one. Along with your DMX kit, if you ever decide to upgrade your unit, you'll get this wire prep plus a chip that you'll have to install into a socket that is already soldered to the board. No soldering will be needed. It will increase the resale value of the console. And that, I think, is the 7000 series memory lighting controller.